While I'm sleeping, Claude Codex is not just preparing one edit, it's preparing multiple long-form draft options, short-form clips, subtitles, translated subtitles. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I use Claude Codex with Selects to turn my client's Google Drive folder into a review-ready edit while I'm sleeping. The idea is simple. Your client sends you a Google Drive link, you paste that link into Claude Codex, then it pulls the footage, uses Selects to sync video, create the first draft, remove unnecessary parts, prepare subtitles, translated subtitles, thumbnail ideas, and even short form clips. So when you wake up, instead of starting from downloading footage, you can start from reviewing the draft. I'll also put the detailed setup instructions in the description, including how to connect Claude Codex with Google Drive and Selects, and I'll share the exact prompt I use. So let's get started. The first thing you need is a folder from your client. In this example, I'm using Google Drive, but this can work with Dropbox or any other folder link where the client uploads the footage. Inside that folder, all you need is a raw footage. If this is a new client, they'll usually send an editing guideline, reference videos, or examples of videos they like. If they don't have a formal guideline, I'll watch the references and write a simple style note myself. It can include things like target video length, what kind of parts to cut, pacing, how often to switch cameras, whether they like frequent jump cuts, and what subtitle styles they prefer. As I get feedback from the client, I keep updating that style prompt. So when they send me a new folder, I tell Claude Codex to read the existing style first, and then apply that same style to the new footage. That's the part that makes this really useful. You're not just asking AI to edit a random video. You're giving it the same direction you would give it to an assistant editor who already understands the client. For example, I can tell it, here is the client folder, insert link. Here is the client's editing guideline, insert guideline. Use Selects to sync the footage, create 3 different draft versions, remove unnecessary parts, keep the pacing natural, change the cameras based on the guideline, prepare subtitles, prepare English subtitles if needed, and create 10 short form clips from the strongest moments. This is especially useful because some of my clients are not English speakers. Sometimes they need subtitles in the original language, and sometimes they also need English subtitles. Selects can create those, so I include that in the same workflow. I also don't usually ask for only one version. Usually I'll have 3 draft options of the main video, plus around 10 short form clips. Then I go through the options and see which ones I like the most. I check the structure, I check the cuts, the pacing, and whether the subtitles look clean. Once I've checked everything and I like the way everything is looking, I export it to Premiere and then finish the last manual parts myself. Usually that means adding the intro graphic, maybe reframing a little, checking the final subtitles, and doing one final part before I send it to the client. And sometimes I can't decide between the 2 versions, and when this happens, I call it a happy accident, and I'll send both versions to the client. A lot of clients actually like that because they feel like they're getting more options, and sometimes they'll even give a bonus for that extra version. So win-win. So the real point of this workflow is not that AI replaces editors. The point is that one client folder can become a full editing pipeline. So the workflow is simple. The client just sends a link with their footage. Claude Codex reads that link, downloads all the footage it needs, reads the client's editing style or guidelines, and then Selects goes in, analyzes the footage, and starts creating the main drafts, as many as you want. And then it also starts making the short form clips that we all know that we need in this day and age. And then you review the options, polish the best versions in Premiere, and then you send it over. If you want to try it yourself, I'll put the exact prompt in the description, along with the setup instructions for connecting Google Drive and Selects.